And today we have decided to bring our guests, Jackie and Jason, to Uhuru Park for the first time because their love story has to be written here.
My name is Jackie Nganga.
So my name is Jason Kamuyu. Honestly, even now as we speak about how we met, she does not even remember how I looked. That's the thing.
I had a crush on him when I was in class 7. I used to love Bruno Mars songs. So he came wearing like Bruno Mars. He was not my type.
I was not type, so she tried to connect me to other friends.
You know, I was attracted to bad boys, these guys that have dreads, you know. Yeah, so I get pregnant and me bado ni wa prison worship. What will people think?
Of course.
We ran away from church.
Yes, you did.
I went down on one knee and nikamwambia, will you marry me? It was very simple.
Kwa giza. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years.
L1 and also on my social media platforms, Pika Narrates. And guys, I have told you about Jackie and Jason. They need to even be to a picnic because nani yako in Nairobi na hajaifika Uhuru Park. Ladies and gentlemen, tumesema lazima picnic leo. Chukua kasoda kwa.
Asante.
You
Thank you.
Thank you.
Asante.
Najua ni asubuhi na amsofa mkihisi.
Nika ulikuwa unajua tuko na njaa.
How are you guys?
We are doing well.
How does it feel to be in Uhuru Park for the first time?
It feels nice.
It feels really amazing, especially seeing this new branded Uhuru Park. Like it's very good. The scenery is very amazing. Nimependa. It's really nice.
Yeah. So guys, welcome to Heart and Soul.
Thank you.
Yeah. So here we dive into love, life, and laughter. We are here to know you guys more and to even listen to your love story. But before we dive into it, you can introduce yourself. Tell us who you are.
Yeah. My name is Jackie Nganga. I'm a content creator. I'm also a makeup artist. I studied catering but niliachana nayo, so niko na bado skills za kukua like receptionist, waitress, chef. Yeah, but right now I am doing more of content and makeup.
Yes, so my name is Jason Kamuyu. I'm a dad. I'm a husband. Husband comes first. So I'm a husband to one beautiful wife here. I'm a dad to 2 beautiful children, a boy and a girl. Then on my profession side, I'm more inclined to the data analytics part of it. And I'm glad to be here.
We want to know your love story, guys. So maybe you can tell us, how did you two meet?
So I don't know if I should start or...
Yeah, start please.
So the thing is, at least our love story did not start at Uhuru Park.
Yeah.
Ours started way back, around 9 years ago. So we started off as friends. We used to go for tuition. Like our parents used to force us to go for tuition because they want us to increase our grades.
Yeah.
So I went to this place, I don't know if I should mention it, but it's along Kikuyu. And as I was doing my tuition, I had a friend. I had a friend who in the same school, so we found ourselves in the same place going for tuition. So on this day, this guy asked me for my phone. After asking for my phone, he told me I need to call someone using your phone. So what I did is I gave him my phone and he made his call. I didn't know who was calling, but akanirudishia simu yangu. So later on in the afternoon, when we were now going back home, then all of a sudden, she appears with, I don't know if you had some people with you, but now when you were going home to Pana Matatu, tukapatana na yeye. But at that time it was not anything serious, it was just like, hi, how are you? But honestly, even now as we speak about how we met, she does not even remember how I looked. That's the thing. Like it was nothing serious at that time. But for me, I spotted her, but it was not something that was serious. It was also in a relationship, but
at that time?
Okay, tulikuwa shule, so I'm not supposed to be saying this, but yeah. Yeah, so we were still in relationships, but now at that time there was nothing happening. So we tukapanda matatu and then we went. Then after, so what happened is we went and sat at the back. So we were seated at the back, like I think 5 or 6 of us. And then we were not even sitting close to her. She was sitting on the farther side, I was sitting on this other side. So the makanga comes and asks for fare. So as we asked for fare, nobody on that line had, I don't know if they didn't have money, but I offered to pay for the whole row. I don't know if I was rich, I don't know why I paid for the whole row. And nikafika nyumbani, yeye akafika mbele yangu because she was alighting before me, then mimi nikafika nyumbani. Then from there now, I think she can now proceed from now what happened. Because now
Can I give my version?
Okay, we have two versions. As usual.
Yeah.
I've left out.
That time I had a boyfriend who I had a crush on him when I was in class 7. So I remember when I finished class 8 too heavy, he went and asked me to be his girlfriend. I didn't even
Hesitate.
I didn't hesitate. I said yes. And that time, he had even other girls in his school because he used to go to Westlands Primary. Even him, he was going there. So he had other girls, but I was really waiting for this guy to ask me because I remember when I was in primary, I was among those girls who didn't have boyfriends. So when I finished primary, and he asked me, I accepted. So that guy that he called, that used his phone, was my boyfriend at that time.
Oh!
Yeah.
But I never knew.
Yeah.
Okay.
At that time.
Okay.
So he told me to come. He called me the new number and told me to come to Kikuyu so that we can meet.
Yes.
So of course I had to lie to my mom that I'm going to meet up with a friend so that she can give me some books. At that time I'm going to meet a boyfriend. So when he called me, we were even going with another girl who used to go to the same church. They used to go to the same tuition. So I thought maybe he's using her phone. So I remember when I went to Kikuyu and then he started introducing me to his friends. I said hi to him. I didn't even look at him. That time I'm already obsessed with this boyfriend. So how will you look at other boys?
You can't.
You can't. So so tukapanda matatu and then he all sat at the back bench and it was actually, he doesn't remember well, but it was him at the window seat, now my boyfriend, then me. So even when the Makanga is coming to this bus, when he comes there, obviously they are the middle, so I'm going to see what's happening. So he comes, asks for fare, my boyfriend doesn't have fare, I don't have fare to go back home. So he asks him, hey, ukona so hapo nitakurudishia. So he removes 200 bob. Hey, that time 200 bob is a lot. Hey, you're like, hey. And then this guy, he had like a cap on. Did you have specs? I don't know if he has specs.
Just a cup.
So now that's when he paying now for everyone.
Yeah.
And I think he told me he's going to return the money.
Until now, I'm still waiting.
Pena pesa. On
Yeah,
behalf.
so that time we used to live in Kino and he used to live in Udhiru. So we alighted at Kino with my boyfriend and then I went to his house. So remember I've gone, my mom is still waiting for me to come back. So see, I have to come up with a reason of where I
where
was.
were you?
So when I got home, I had to tell my mom I had gone to this friend's home. Now the girl that used to go to the same tuition. On calling the number, because I need to call the friend and tell her, by the way, if my mom asks,
Wesema?
On calling, I hear a voice and I'm like, who is this? Then that's when he tells me that I'm Jason, that we met in Kikuyu and I said hi to him. I don't even remember. Up until now, I don't even remember how he looked.
Yeah.
So anyway, we started talking. That time he was dating someone else. I was also with this boyfriend. But remember, it was one on and off because this guy, he used to really cheat on me sometimes with other girls. He's still having different girls over. Well, it was a really bad relationship. So when he had his own issues. So we just started talking every day, as friends. I started telling him my problems. He tells me his problems. Yeah, so that's how we started talking as friends. But I never saw him more as a friend. I just saw him as a friend. And then there's one time now we decided he asked me to meet and I always refused. That time he was a year ahead of me. I was in Form 3. Then he was in now Form 4. So after he finished Form 4, he asked me to meet. That's when I agreed. And when I met him, kijana can decide. I had told him I love Bruno Mars. I used to love Bruno Mars songs. So he came wearing Bruno Mars.
Whoa! Hey, Jason.
They even had a cup. Yeah. I even changed my accent.
So ulimwambia you love Bruno Mars. So when you guys were meeting.
I had to impress her, so I had to look like someone she likes.
Yeah. So
the guy was Bruno Mars, Bruno Jason.
So I went and met him, and I remember the first time I looked at him, I think I had this perception because when you chat with someone for so long, and you really love this person, there's a way you think in your head how they look. So he didn't look the way I thought he looked. at first. I even remember when I was calling him and asking him where he is, he was the one standing there, but I'm looking for someone else because I'm sure this is not
Not
him.
the last person.
So we meet and then we start walking. Now we trekked all the way to Mudhiga. And I remember he had this BlackBerry phone. Hizo mimi niko na kale kabambe
At the time,
kakatululu.
BlackBerry was like,
Yeah, if you had BlackBerry, you.
He even had WhatsApp. I didn't even know what WhatsApp is.
and now to top it all off, I now even tried speaking in an accent that I think I was trying too much. You know, number one, I'm wearing like Bruno Mars. I have a good phone, and I'm now speaking in an accent.
He started talking to me in English.
So,
Jason,
so I'm doing all this. I'm thinking to myself, this girl is impressed. But then later, when I came to realize, it was putting her off completely.
So me, I decided, you know, you want to show me that you know how to speak in English, I'm going to put you off. So I decided I'm going to shrub the whole way. I used to shrub. I shrugged the whole way. Then now we went and now came back to Kino, like walking and everything. We used to talk. Then he used to like remove his phone, show me some things, WhatsApp. Now I felt like he's really bragging. And he used to talk about his uncle who's in I don't know which country. You know, talking about so many things. And then I think he hadn't told me that he lived in Ubiru. He had told me that he lives in Mountain View.
Yeah,
Huh?
I had to look.
He had
classy at
lied
the
to
time.
me.
So now there too, but they
Udhiru ni sharp.
so much to him actually.
Yeah.
So I knew this guy. Me, I don't want. I know these rich kids how they are. So me, I'm not. So we got to Kino, and then he's telling me buy it. I hugged him. I refused.
She refused.
So I went back and I told this guy I'm never going to talk to him again. So anyway, so that's how he failed his first test, and I didn't accept him.
Yeah.
So I started dating someone else. And so it's only Form 3 sasa hapo. Yeah, Form 3 that time. So when we got to Form 4 now, that's when now he really tried to like read my heart. And because we were friends, when we went back, like every time something would happen, he's the first person I want to tell. Same as him. So there was this connection that I couldn't. So I even connected him to one of my friends in the school that we were in.
So that they can start dating.
Yeah. He was not my type.
I was not
like,
her type, so she tried to connect me to other friends.
You know, I was attracted to bad boys, these guys that have dreads.
What were movies? You
What
remember
were
those
movie
guys?
shops?
The people used to sell movies from movie shops.
Hao ndio alikuwa wangu.
Yeah.
And then comes Jason now.
And then Jason comes.
This one, the rich kid. You know this other one, we can talk in Kikuyu, we can like, you know.
Yeah.
What? So anyway, in April, he tried to win my heart again. And then he told me of a certain girl that he had seen in school and he was thinking of dating her. Hey, nikaona huyu nitampoteza. And then I started thinking, when I finished Form 4, what kind of life do I want? And then my parents were really strict. My mom is a lay reader. My dad is a treasurer in church. So, and every time this other boyfriend, by the way, who we broke up, my dad didn't like him at all. So I was like, if I ever introduced my husband to my dad, because I was a daddy's girl, I really wanted to please him. So I knew if I want to introduce him to a man, I won't introduce him to these bad boys. I need to look for someone who is a good candidate. And he was the good candidate. Yeah, so when he told me that he has another girl, I knew if I don't accept him, I'm going to lose him. Yeah, so that's when now we started officially dating, May 12, 2016.
For how long did you guys date now before you proposed? Wow. Because clearly you are so young.
So for us, I think we rushed so much. We didn't think about proposal and everything. So I got pregnant.
Hapo in between after school.
Yeah, after
she
school.
joined,
So we started dating 2016. I finished high school. So 2017, I'm free. I joined college, a catering school, which was Catholic girls all through. So you see, I'm still dating him.
Yeah.
So in 2018, I told my dad that I'm actually dating, and my boyfriend wants to take me for, he wants to take me out for a movie. And then he said he has to meet this boy that So I took him to his office. And I remember my dad that time, what did he tell you?
He told me that I need to take care of you. What else did he tell me? I can't clearly remember everything he said.
Yeah, we need to be careful.
We need to be careful, yeah.
So do you know at the end of the year, like in September, that's when I got pregnant.
After you've been told to be careful.
I'm really
Oh.
Imagine.
You saying you're not listening to that. You be careful. Me, I'm not being careful.
The funny thing is, I remember I used to get saved. I tell him, Akibede, we need to change. We need to stop doing this. We wait until marriage. And then we find ourselves, and then I even went and joined praise and worship by the youth church in Iziru. But then you know, I used to refuse to go to my parents' church so that I can go and meet him.
Imagine.
So do you know, I used to go. I go to praise and worship. We go for practice. After practice, I go to his place. Na sezo ni kwao.
Wow.
Kwao.
The guy is still at the
I think I really wanted to rush this whole thing, and I wanted to get married so bad. So I even told him, by the way, you need to introduce me to your mom. And his friend akamchocha, akamwambia, by the way, we need to go. I think that was the first mistake I made personally, because I showed him that I really want this thing and we can rush into this. And I had this belief, which I think was not even right, that if you're going to get married to this person, why wait until you get married and you're not having any other person?
Yes.
So I think that's how we lived. And yeah, so I get pregnant and me bado ni wa praise and worship. What will people think?
Of course.
We ran away from church.
Yes, you did.
I remember when I got pregnant, and I told him, he was like, are you sure?
Hakuruka.
Hey, let me tell you.
Tell us.
I left the house. I went, I don't even know which forest. There's a certain forest that is in Dogoto. I don't know, like, no one of my lions with this Nakujanga. I went there and cried. And then I'm trying to call him Mteja. But I texted him, by the way, 2 lines, come to me a screenshot. He was Mteja, so I knew ameniruka sasa ni hivyo.
Now let me from there.
us your story.
Now let me continue from there. So now when she called me, of course she had told me that she missed her periods and we had to wait. But now when she told me that she's tested and just okay, she texted me akaniambia story ya 2 lines and she tried calling me. At the time I was still in school, I was still in class. So what I was trying to do, I was trying to take all this in, because unasoma, but at the same time there's so much pressure coming in. You don't know what to do. You're in school, you don't have money. The first thing I'm wondering is how am I going to break this news to my parents? You know, there's a lot of coming in. So I'm not going to lie. At first I was like, I don't think we're ready. I think we should do that thing. You know, we should get rid of this. In my mind I was like, you know, all these things are coming through my mind.
You had thought of, did you tell her?
Yeah, did I tell you?
Did.
Yeah, I told her. Yeah. So now after classes majioni, now when I switch on my phone now, we called nikamwambia, are you sure? Like I wanted to be, are you sure? Like, have you tested like multiple times? Akaniambia, no, now hata yako emotional, like, so anashanga unaniuliza aje na I can already see 2 lines. Nikamwambia, let's do this. Let's go on a Saturday. Was it Saturday or Sunday?
Yes, Saturday.
Let's go on Saturday. Let's go to a hospital and confirm, because hizi vitu zinaweza kuwa fake. So I just wanted to confirm that this is actually happening. I was in denial. I was in complete denial, honestly. But now when we went the next day to hospital to get tested, this guy akanambia, you're pregnant. It showed that she's really pregnant.
Actually, niliingia peke yangu because I was asked, do you have a husband? I said no.
You're not really need.
And then he told me, tabidi ununue diaper. Then he asked nappy. And then he asked me, alikuwa mzee. So, and he actually told me, by the way, this pregnancy is really small. So you can just come with 2K and it will just come out as blood.
No, so you already have an option there?
You have an option.
Wewe mzee wewe.
Imagine.
Huyo unaniambia.
So I go outside and now I'm telling him,
wait,
hey?
So the doctor tells you you're pregnant, but I have an option.
Yeah.
Yes. If you're not ready, if you don't have a husband,
because you know she looks like she's young.
Yeah.
So if you're not ready, we have an option.
Okay.
So I go outside and I tell him, and then now we walk, like thinking about it. And I remember the one thing that we said was, what if we love each other and we want to have a future together, and what if this is the only chance we'll ever have to have kids, and we want to have kids in future, even though it was not now. So that's when now we talked and we decided we're going to keep it. Yeah. Imagine there was that option. So yeah, we kept the pregnancy. Now it's about telling our parents. Remember, we are both living at our parents' house.
Wait, Jason, during the walk, did you think of the option?
Honestly, when we started talking, the option that he gave us, honestly, sikuwa nafikiria. Like now, what I was thinking is now, what I thought is, even akitoa, it was going to come with many complications. Anaweza pata bleeding, I had done some research before just to know some of the complications that come in. So even after I got the confirmation, even as we were walking now, what I was thinking of is how do we now move on from here? Not now this other option that we were given, but now how do we raise this baby? I'm still at Mams, I'm still in school, I'm still in campus. She's in campus, so...
Yeah, he was just in second year. Na mimi nilikuwa nimeingia second year of college na nimalize the other year in 2019.
Yeah. So now, we discussed, we started talking as we were walking, and we said, now that we know this is happening and we decided to keep this pregnancy, the first step is how are our parents going to take this in? So how are we going to break the news to them? Of course, for me, my biggest worry is, of course, I'm raised by a single mom, but now I've been supported by my uncle all through. That's why I was even bragging so much about him when I first met her.
Yeah.
But now I was like, I'm going to disappoint him so much. It was that like feeling of disappointment because now I'm in Ilipia all this time. And then now I'm telling him news that I'm going maybe that to stop, or I don't know. Like, I didn't know what to expect, but we decided, okay, let me first go and tell my parents. Let me hear what they're going to say. After I've told my parents, then she goes and tells her mom and dad. But my fear was her parents are ni watu wa kanisa. Like, the mom is a leader, the dad is also very active in church. So there was that fear of what is going to happen. But we decided, let's take this on. And I went and told my mom first. And my mom was, at first when I told her, she was silent. She did not know what to tell me. But now later on is now when we started discussing and seeing what is the way forward when it comes to this pregnancy. Honestly, I feel like she took it in a way that I did not expect. As much as she was silent at first, later on it became more, let's now see what you can be able to do. She's going to speak on her behalf on her parents, but now I even told later on I told my uncle. My uncle had also given me a very good talk before about, as much as you're
eating. He had even met me.
He met her, and the same thing that she said that her dad has told us to be careful, the same thing that now my uncle had told us, like, these things can happen, you can get pregnant, please be careful. Now I'm going to tell him, sorry.
Actually,
anyway, so we broke in the news and he said it's okay, you guys now decide on what you're going to do from there. But we can be able to support you in any way that you need.
There's a lot going on. Na mama kwa Mothers Union.
Mama kwa Mothers Union.
Pala katikati. Ulienda ukakuambia.
So that Saturday, nilimwambia kwanza aende ambie familia yake na tujue kwanza if they are going to accept me. Do you know? Because I was like, I knew my parents watanifukuza. That's one thing. So I knew maybe watasema, nijue kama nitafanya nini nitaenda kwao. Yeah, so I waited for the response and everything. And anyway, that evening, I decided I'm going to tell my mom. But I'd actually even, my sister is the first person who knew, and she was younger than me, so I think she was even, I don't know if she had just joined high school. Hakusema. Maybe she has hidden so many secrets of mine. She hakusema. So she was against it. She was like, "Usemi mom." I was feeling so like in a new burden. My mom was preaching the next day on Sunday, and she was seated mahali kwa dining table doing her devotion so that she can know what she's going to preach the next day. So I went and told her, "Mom, kuna kitu ya kukwambia." So that time she's looking at me, and I tell her, "I'm pregnant."
You went direct into it?
Yeah, I just went and told her, "Mom, nilifanya kitu mbaya."
Those were the exact words.
Nilifanya tabia mbaya.
Nikamwambia Aki, I went and tested today and I'm pregnant. My mom just looked at me, but I remember she just did her hand like this. And she just looked at me, and then she said, "Sawa."
Aya!
Hey! I was waiting for a slap. I was waiting for me to be thrown away out of the house.
Akasema tu sawa.
Alisema sawa.
Na dad?
Ngojea sasa. And then I told her, I don't want to tell dad. I don't want to tell him.
Ngoja, before you don't want to tell dad. Guys, I know you want to hear this story. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you are watching Heart and Soul. And with us, tuko na Jackie na Jason. They're just from telling us how they got pregnant. Wakiwa shule. Na sasa tulikuwa kwa reaction ya dad ya Jackie. Tutaambia dad ya time.
So mamangu nishamwambia simwambie. Ndio nimeingia semester hiyo ya nini na ndio amelipa school fees.
mimba.
So imagine nimwambie niko na mimba ataniambia hata nisomesha tena. So I told her angoje November sasa tutafunga shule ndio tutamwambia. So my dad used to be the type of guy who says kwa job alikuwa anaenda iko karibu na kule nilikuwa nasomeanga. Sometimes he would take me to school, college. So nikaanza kufikiria when my dad starts asking when did this happen, how did you, and I'm always with you, you know. So that Wednesday my dad was actually driving me to school, and we when we were driving there's a certain colleague he used to pick up at Udhiru where he used to live. When we got there I just started being emotional.
When the guy started, why?
Because we stood there, it was just direct to where he lives. I don't know. And then I'm close to my dad. So I've been keeping this whole thing. So I started crying. And then I told him, Dad, I have something to tell you. And it couldn't come out. So he looked at me and he told me, are you expecting? No. He asked me, is it about Jason?
Yeah.
I said,
because I had met the dad before, so he knew about me.
And then he told me, are you expecting?
He got it so fast.
Yeah. And I did like this, and then continued crying. So when now the colleague came and sat in the back seat, you see, I had to wipe my tears and pretend that nothing is happening. So do you know he stayed silent the whole of the ride, like until to school. And we
but he couldn't have talked. He had someone at the back.
Yeah. But I don't remember but he used to talk anyway. So I remember, I don't know if it's before the colleague came, but I asked him, Dad, hautanichapa? And then he just looked at me, nikuchape kwa nini? No, that's when now he kept quiet. Now when the colleague came and we went to school, he dropped me off. In the evening, he still picked me up. Imagine, he's not talking to me. Now on Thursday or was it Friday in the morning, that's when he told me, do you think we're going to be going like this to Benyamaziana kwa gari? That's when now we started talking again. So he started asking me, what are your plans? What has Jason said? Does Jason know? Yes. What has his family said? I don't know. So what are your plans? We've decided I'm going to go and tell the principal of the school because you know this is Catholic and you might be thrown away. So I told him I'm planning to go and talk to the principal and tell her that this happened. And something I hadn't mentioned is before I found out I was pregnant, the previous week I had gone for like a Catholic something, this seminar for the weekend. And then I remember when I went there, I gave my life to Christ again.
Allah.
And I went to confession. I went and talked to the principal and told her, by the way, I'm really struggling. This is what has been happening between me and my boyfriend, and I want to change. I want to stop. Because remember, I'm there and I'm also a praise and worship. So she talked to me and I had decided I'm not going to engage again. So do you know, that week later, that's when I found out I was pregnant.
What?
So imagine now going back to her and telling her,
by then I'm pregnant.
So when I told her, by the way, what happened is after we got out of there, that's when I went and found out I was pregnant. And she understood it. She told me, so what you're going, how many months are you? I told her, and then she told me, when I get to 6 months, which was now the next year in March, I'm going to defer. And then and then the exams we were supposed to do around June 2019. So she told me to come back now around September when the baby is like around 3 months. I do now my exams in November. Yeah, and that's what happened. So everything went okay, and I kept it a secret the whole time. It was not showing. I was very tiny, so no one could have known. We went home for the holidays, and I started talking to my parents, and I'm like, no, what are we going to do? But then they were very silent about this, and they never talked about it until now when my tummy started showing, and my mom was like, Kaya, so it's true, you're actually pregnant. My mom, by then, hadn't met him. Yeah. She knew about him, but had never met him. So in February, I went for the 5-month clinic to take a scan so that I can know the gender of the baby. I really wanted a boy. And for him, we had started having issues. So I remember before I went for that scan, we had actually broken up because me, I had told him, I'm not. And then I really wanted him to, like, we start living together because that's what we had seen other couples then living together, they have kids. So I was like, how will I raise this baby? How are we still together? And I'm going to raise the baby separately from you. So it was like mvurutano. So when I went for he knew that I was going for the scan. So I went for the scan alone with my mom and my friend. And then I had told him not to come. You know, he came. He didn't care if my mom was there or not. He came. So the doctor is saying, muingie huko kwa scan room, and he's saying only 2 people are supposed to go there.
So the 2 people is
I wanted my mom and my friend, and then he has showed up, and he has said he also wants to go inside.
To go in.
So my friend was left outside, and then he enters with my mom. And now they check and they say it's a girl.
Mom Ali meets Jason Hivo.
Yeah.
They didn't even talk.
It was the first
So
time
my mom is standing here.
Hi.
Huh?
No, just said hi.
He came and said hi, greeted everyone there, and me, I'm just looking at him like this. What do you mean? What are you doing here? They were checking. Now I was told the gender, it's a girl. I just started crying because I didn't want it to be a girl, because you know, if it's a girl, you have to like think about who is she going to be called, either my mom or his mom. We are not married. So I didn't want all those complications. So if it was going to be a boy, we wouldn't have those issues. Yeah.
So I want to know, Jason, now at what point are you guys coming to live? Did baby came after you got, no, did you propose while she was still pregnant? I'm very interested in that story. Did you have a dowry ceremony before baby came? Did you go to her place, you and your family?
Yeah.
Did you?
So now after that, okay, now the baby, okay, all this came after the baby was born. And the reason that this happened after is because, as I mentioned, we were still in school. So at the time, we did not have like the financial capabilities for us to move out. But when it comes into living together, it was not possible at the time. I used to tell her, you have to wait until I'm done with my studies, until I get a job. And once I get a job, at least this can be able to sustain us. We can be able to move out together, and all these other activities on Prorashio and everything, they're going to happen after. Now, the thing that happened is, even after I finished, we faced a lot of, I'll call issues. Like, for example, you find that it was hard to get a job because I started my internship. I thought that I'll get a paying internship, but now I was not being paid anything. So for her, I was telling her, itafika siku, just wait, just spend time, it's going to get there. But for her, and I totally understand, it was very hard for her because you know, she deferred her studies, she has a baby she's raising, you know, it was very hard for her. Then something good happened. After some time, she got a job. Okay, she got a job at a hotel, a restaurant, and now she was able to bring in some money on the table. So the money that she brought in, because we really wanted to move out together, we decided, let's start looking for houses. We can see if at all you can be able to survive with the salary she was getting. No, at first we decided, let's buy the things that we need in the house.
So we did that first. We actually went to look for a house when I was still earning, because I had started now having issues with my mom. You know, my mom is telling me this is how we're supposed to raise a baby. I want to raise her different. So see, there is that clash. Conflict. And then so see, my dad had this expectation that taking responsibility is coming to take the door, taking my yes, we go and live alone and live together. So you see, already I've given birth. And then one thing he told me is that, Shiro, you're my responsibility, but your baby is your responsibility with the one who got you pregnant. So I knew the baby is, yes, I'm at home. He's going to take care of me, everything. If I need to go to clinic, if I need anything to do with me, he's going to finance. But anything to do with the baby, not him.
Fast forward, guys. When did you propose? Because niliona picha mahali mulifanya harusi. Ulipropose lini, and by the time you are proposing, were you fully ready to take now full responsibility, the child and her? When was that?
So the proposal came after. So I got a job. The job that I got, at the time it was not as much, but because we had this goal of getting married, nikajiambia. We had discussed about proposal. I had this idea of proposal, but now we decided we can't wait until this long for us to do that grand proposal that I had. So we decided we were just walking at night, because alikuwa anafanya kazi usiku. So I was taking, before she went to work, tukaamua we just take a walk. Then as we were walking, I went down on one knee and nikamwambia, will you marry me? It was very simple.
Kwa giza.
It was very simple.
Hata ikukaa seconds tano. Alienda kama nikatana.
It's the thought that matters. Yeah, because we wanted to get married, definitely. So after I went down on one knee, nikamproposia, and she said yes. We hugged, she went to work. And now the next thing after proposal, of course, now the
dowry.
next level on marriage.
Which is the dowry? After proposal, dowry?
Yes.
But funny thing that, before he proposed, I had told him, because I can't continue being a girlfriend and I have a 2-year-old, almost 3-year-old baby, you need to propose. So that's when now he proposed. And you know, I told him, once you propose, things are just going to align. He proposed on 17th September. He got another job. Actually, when he proposed to me, he didn't have a stable job. He was doing data entry jobs and only about 2 bob per sheet of paper.
Very small.
So, do you know, in 2026, his family said they're going to come home. So they came 30th of September. That's when they were coming home. 26th of September, he got a job.
Oh, wow.
Now, a full-time job. So when he came home, now you see now
things were now aligning.
Now things are like.
So we went to Kapeleka Dowry. We went so our process was very simple. I don't think we complicated. I think.
But as we wanted to, when that time when they came that year, they came for the introduction ceremony. So for his family, they wanted to have everything big. So introduction, they came, and then they were saying that they want the ratio to be April next year in 2023. And I was like, you're going to wait another 6 months. So that's when now as we decided, we're going to get married, the 4 of us, us 2, and then we looked for a best couple. And we went to talk to ACK St. Mark's, we went to look for a pastor there, and we talked to him, we told him, we want to get married. So he told us, go and apply. That's when now we applied, and then we decided our wedding is going to be in 17th December, without even parents. We didn't even involve them.
Let's go back. Your dowry, how was it?
So we didn't have any. Like you see already, when we already said we're going to get married, the 4 of us. No, you see, he has already told his family that we are actually getting married. So my dad, what he did is he called now his family and told them, by the way, you don't have to do something big. Just come now as there, and then I'm going to bring out mine, and then we just talk and everything. Then maybe when Jason is at a better place, now we can come back to your wedding. So that's what happened.
Okay, take us to your wedding.
So as she mentioned, we had decided we are going to do this wedding just 4 people in a church set up, just the pastor and 4 of us. But now the parents were involved, so they said, you guys, we can't let you do this. You can't let you just decide to do our, because Harusi is not just for the 2 of you. You know, our wedding is for a community. So they decided, because you guys do not have the money right now, what you're going to do, we're going to help you do this wedding. Okay, so we are going to finance the wedding, but now this wedding, we need to have a wedding of a limited number of people, because if you do a grand wedding, you involve a lot of money. So they said you're going to finance it, both my uncle, my father side of the family, and her dad, which is something that does not happen often. But they said, because you guys are in love and you guys want to take this to the next level, we'll do everything. So we compiled a list of people we are going to invite for the wedding. It was very hard to choose, who to invite, who not to invite. But something interesting is even our wedding did not have a bridal team.
It was just as the way we had planned with the best couple. That's
how it was.
My dad came to
yes.
Yes. So we went.
But
so tukaenda tukashikanishwa, and honestly it was surreal for me. Now seeing that this thing we've always talked about marriage from the time the baby was born. We've always wanted to get married. Things happen.
We even had a WhatsApp group for a wedding of where we were supposed to add a bridal team since 2020.
Yeah, we even thought of the people we were going to add as the bridal team. But now, being in front of the church, seeing that this is really happening, being married to your best friend, to me it felt surreal. It felt like, wow, this is really happening. And furthermore, now that I'm able to afford, or rather the salary that I was getting, I can be able to take care of this family. For me, it was just amazing. It was a dream come true.
Would you want to repeat like your wedding now, a grand one?
Yes, of course.
Are you planning to?
We've been talking about it.
He needs to. You see the way you have proposed to again. I want another proposal.
Please do that.
Yeah. Actually, just watching your video the other day, and you're like, this is something that I'll consider. But what she told me is, don't do as.
Yes, please look for another.
But it's something that I will definitely do, and even we discussed that we'll also do a different, not a wedding, but kind of a rorashio, like a full rorashio.
One.
So now you've started living together.
Yes.
How was that experience?
Hey, let me tell you, we moved from a very expensive, nice wedding to our small bedsitter with nothing, just a bed.
Yeah.
Just a bed, so shock. So mimi nimetoka nyumba kubwa, niko na bedroom yangu iko na ensuite, you know, to moving to a house ni bedsitter sisi wawili na tuko na mtoto. Now we get married on 28th of January. February hapo tu my daughter is already in school, so all the money that we've actually given, we went to pay rent, look for a school for our daughter and everything. So as tuliingia tu mode ya hata tuko na honeymoon phase responsibility, and then I had already left my job. I was working as a receptionist, and that job was really, used to work even 12 hours plus. Yeah. So I knew I'm going to lose my family if I continue working this job. So I quit. So he was the one who was taking responsibility of everything. Yeah. And his salary was not a lot, but it used to sustain us.
Wow.
Yeah.
So guys, did you have culture shocks when you started living together?
Definitely.
Yes, of course.
What was
Definitely.
yours?
Honestly, there were things I did not expect.
Like, tell us, give us a sense.
So personally, I've seen how my parents live together, and one of the things that I used to notice, there's another weakness that my parents have. So I didn't want that weakness in my marriage. And when I got married to him, I realized he has that weakness that I was running away from. So dealing with it up until now, we still struggle with it. Yeah. So that has been the biggest culture shock for me, because me, I'm very, and then for him, he's very reserved, and I'm very outgoing. So I really love going out and all that. So for him, he doesn't like. So me, I knew freedom imekuja. My dad used to tell me curfew is 6. I want to go out at 9 p.m. We go outside, we see the moon. He doesn't want. He's like, tomorrow I'm going to work.
You don't want the moon.
I used to think we are going to travel, you know.
I think the biggest one will be finances. Of course, moving, as she said, we went just straight in. Mtoto anaanza shule, you know, you're now living in a bedsitter. The salary that I was getting was not enough. She decided to quit her job at that time. Yeah. So now surviving with just my salary, it was, I think, the biggest struggle for us, being able to, I was earning about 30,000 at the time. So 30,000, the mtoto anaenda shule, you need to pay for rent, I need to pay for fare,
and then you look
for
for
food.
An expensive school. That was the first mistake,
That's the mistake we made. Yeah. So finances, and then now this being able to live with a person that you, ukiongea na mtu kwa simu, they're very different now when it comes to in person. Yeah. Unapata mnakosana with things that you never thought that could amwezi kosana kuzihusu. So for me, those will be the two major things that we really struggled with when it came to getting married or after getting married.
Yeah.
And you?
I feel like communication is the biggest challenge we've had, but I'm grateful that we are, at the end of the day, we always come to an agreement, and he apologizes if he's wrong and I apologize if I'm wrong, and I love that we respect each other. So I feel like that's the reason why we are still together. We respect each other, we trust each other, we are each other's best friends. Even when the love is not there, we still have udaku ikikuja lazima nimsikie simu, you know. Yeah.
Memories, some of the beautiful and best memories you guys have had.
I would say the best one for me before is our first real date. Something she didn't mention is I tried to convince her to go out with me. She used to disagree. So the first time she agreed, I was like, wow. So I took her for a movie, we went and ate some fries and kuku, and that's when now we made this official and we had our first date. So that will be my best memory. After marriage, I would say it's our wedding, definitely. Like, it was just a dream come true for me. Yeah.
And yours, Mama?
Even me, the first date, as I told you, I was attracted to very bad boys. So walikuwa wanibaianga tu chipo mwitu. So huyo amenipeleka movie. Movie unaona tu kwa movies, unaona?
Movie unaona kwa movies.
Yeah, so I really love. I think that's the reason why I even continued dating him. And after high school, I knew this was the man I wanted, because I had two guys. I had him, and there was another guy who I was really seeing, and he had some qualities that I loved, but now he used to drink. I knew someone who drinks, I can't introduce him to my mom, to my dad. Yeah, so that is number one. Now the date, he took me out, and I really loved it. I loved how intentional he was, and so that is my number one memory. My second memory is I think when I gave birth to my daughter. the best memory I have is that he took a motorbike all the way from Strathmore to Kikuyu Hospital to come and see me with the baby. That time it was at night, so I really loved it. And another memory I think is also our wedding. I was really happy. I got to wear my dream dress. But then, you know, my mom used to be a designer, and one of the dresses that she used to sell is a Rusi. I kept it since 2012.
Oh, wow.
I used to say I'm going to wear that dress, so I wore that dress that day. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That, and also now this other memory is now this year when I gave birth to my son. Yeah, it was also a very good memory because he was there with me and outside there at the theater waiting for me. I think those are the major, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite song?
I think we do.
Sawa. Haya, so what's your dream vacation, both of you?
I said Dubai.
And you?
Sinanga dream vacation. Mimi nataka travel the world.
Unataka kwenda wewe bora ni
Mimi
kwenda.
bora nilikwenda.
What's his favorite movie?
Game of Thrones.
Is it?
It's not really Game of Thrones.
It's
I would say La Casa de Papel.
Yeah.
Money Heist.
Money Heist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And na wewe?
Any Korean film, I would say.
Kurudia? I don't see.
That's true.
Za kitambo.
Za kitambo.
Anything ya
Maybe
kitambo.
it's the out.
Sawa.
But then also repeat this out, guys. What's his love language?
His love language is hii ya kufanyia mtu kitu inaitwa kufanya nini?
Acts of service.
Acts of service.
Yes, acts of service. Yes.
Haya, na yake ni gani?
Yake ndio zinashinanga zikichange kila time. So right now if I'm correct ni gifting.
Oh.
Right?
When is the last time we did it?
But I know you change juice so. I find a gift.
Haya, so what irritates your wife instantly?
Kulala. Hiyo ndio tunashinda tukikosania naye.
Na wewe?
Nikikosa kufunika mafuta yako, nikipoteza kiberiti. Alaika nakuja kicha napata kiberiti imepotea.
Kwanza mafuta zote tumenunua hazinanga kifuniko. Mimi muuliza zinaenda wapi? Every time.
What's the first gift he ever gave you?
A chain.
A chain. And what's the first gift she ever gave?
I don't know if it was a necklace or a watch. It was a watch.
A watch.
Yes.
Aha. What's her favorite song?
Hiyo wimbo yako ni gani?
I know the song, but I'm trying to remember. Mbona zimepotea?
Saizi favorite song yake saizi ni inaitwa Oluwatosi. Oluwatosi.
Hiyo nimeanza kuisikiza sasa just.
Basi saizi ni your favorite. Right
One
now.
of my favorites. Let me say.
Na wewe unajua umekuwa president worship ulirudi by the way?
Sikurudi bado.
So I want to asunder you guys. We have come to the end of our show today, Heart and Soul. It's your host Rachel Gitao, aka Pika Narrate, and also don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms, KBC Channel 1, and my social media platforms, Pika Narrate. And you also have a social media platform.
Yes.
You are there.
The Kamoyus.
The Kamuyu on YouTube. Sindio?
No, on TikTok.
On TikTok.
Yes, but even on YouTube. We need to come back.
Sindio, you come back. Sindio.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sindio, bado sijawasahau guys. Take it away.
My mom used to make me to church Monday mornings and Wednesday nights. And I go in a collar shirt. I can even sound lyrics. I think it's the camera, but the lyrics imepotea kabisa.
Wimbo ni ya kumuimbia ama ni wimbo?
Wewe imba wimbo.
Heart beats fast, colors and promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? Watching you stand alone, all of my doubts suddenly goes away.